Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 37. With me, as always, Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hi.
You know something I just thought about, though?
Yeah.
When I posted We Are Live, it says We Are Live episode 36 because I didn't change it to 37. But this is episode 37.
That's fine.
We'll change it tomorrow.
That can be changed. I got a question for you. In the opening, the intro theme song, who's the guy with the really deep voice?
His name is Terrence.
Terrence.
Or it's me with a voice modification.
No, the one with all the bass in his voice. That's you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Technology, man.
It's totally me and my mid-range voice going, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Welcome
I can't
to
fake bass voice. So.
Yeah, so episode 37, we're still doing this with zero support and no one cares anymore, but we're still doing it.
We don't quit.
I will never stop doing this. Death will stop me. That's it. Because I'm enjoying this too much.
Yeah.
This is like my therapy session. Some of you have to drink and talk to people at a bar. I have to drink and talk to the world. Even though no one's listening.
Number one podcast in the world.
We're the number one podcast in the world. We just did if you guys are on our, it doesn't matter, YouTube, Spotify, anything, we posted a thing where we did a little favor for Carl from Who Are These Podcasts? Because he's being sued by John Melendez from Stuttering John, as he's called.
Yes.
And that dude totally acting like a bitch.
Stop it, Stuttering John.
Phil says he cares. You care, what, about the 37 instead of 36? Of course you do. Of course you would, Phil. That would be you.
Can I make a quick statement?
Sure.
There's been a lot of ridiculous rumors going around about me in particular. I don't know if you've read them, but I just want everybody to know that I in no way, no how, do I like the band Train. Phil has been making my life a nightmare.
Well, you did say on the one episode that you did
their version of the song they did of Aerosmith's was a good version of it. That's the only good thing they've ever done in their entire lives. Was that version of Dream On. It was Dream On, and they did a really good version. I'm not even giving them credit, really. I'm just saying, I don't like the band. I can like one thing by one person one time, and doesn't mean I like the person.
No, it clearly means it's everything that you love and care about in the world.
I don't even know if I can name another song by Train, or any song by Train. Because the song I named wasn't by Train, it was by Aerosmith.
Have you ran a train?
No.
Well, I know you're married now.
No, I never have.
Me either. It'd be cool, though.
I was going to make a
Well, I would think it
joke.
would be better not to run a train, but to have them stack up on you. Running a train means you're sharing with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, I don't want to. No, I'm not going to do that.
Really as good.
That's almost as lame as DHP.
DHP. No, you're all about DHP, I thought.
No.
Come on.
No.
That's dick hole pleasures. That's urethra stretching,
Nope.
where they go into the fucking pee hole with a high heel or
Three things
lug nut wrench or whatever.
Here's the three things that aren't cool today. Train, the band. Running a train. And DHP. Not cool.
So I guess I'll start locally here.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1 week, it wasn't this week. It was partially this week, but it was in like a 7-day period.
Yeah.
I've been going back for my walks again because I'm tired of dying of fatness. And I saw two drug deals, like flat out drug deals, like right in front of me, which is not that big of a deal. But my point is, these kids have no game. Remember when drug dealers were like, the smooth, and you
didn't know they were slanging rock.
Yeah, I had friends that dealt the yayo. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But I saw these guys like completely obvious, like passing, like he walks right across a major road, 12-mile road, to the other guy. They do like the real dramatic, like handshake, slap, pull each other's hand in. Then he walks back across and leaves. I know they exchange some goods.
Some smack.
And I saw that twice, not on the same road, but on my walk in a week. And then I saw some fat white guy steal firewood from 7-Eleven. And like, yeah,
firewood?
They have the firewood.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
up front. And there's a older, like skinny meth head looking guy, and then a fat dude with him. And he steals the fucking wood, and he's like trying to like hunch his fat shoulders over and like walk. I'm like, the Conan the Barbarian. You're too big to be a thief. I'm thinking like, dude, I totally saw you. So I walk in, I tell the Indian lady, I'm like, because there was 2 black men that left, and I didn't want them to get blamed automatically, which they would.
Yeah.
And I said,
black people and their firewood stealing.
Yeah. I said, hey, those 2 guys that just left stole your wood. I said, the white guys, the fat white guy just stole the wood from you. And she's like, really? She's like, I know them too. She's like, that's like, I'm a neighborhood store. I would have like let them take it and then pay me some, like, because it's firewood. It's not really part of their inventory,
That's what's.
If she would have like totally like lent it to him to pay him back, like whatever. But he just felt like being a dick and stealing it. I'm like, yeah, the fat white guy. She goes, I know them. I'm like, yeah, fucking thieves.
Don't even let them in the store anymore.
Phil says you got train sympathies.
I knew I shouldn't have said anything.
He's not going to let it go.
I know.
Phil, you're never going to let the train sympathies go, ever. Is Chris having trouble finding how to do the app? Because I know a lot of people have.
I don't think so. He said he was going to be running a little late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He was doing probably family stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, Chris has like a life, like a very happy life. I wish I had that kind of life. I want to talk about something that happened last night too. Chris Weidman, you know how he's my favorite UFC fighter.
Yeah.
He needs to retire.
He needs to
He got knocked out with one shot. It was a pretty nice shot right to the straight, but it dropped him immediately. Chris, you got to retire. That's 5 of 6. So he's lost 5 fights out of 6. Chris, you're done, dude. Just stop. You cannot fight no more.
Wasn't he just a couple weeks
Chris is
ago?
here.
Oh, Chris is here now. He said just a few minutes late, yeah. Maybe he just wasn't late. Chris Weidman, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't he just a couple weeks ago saying something about maybe having a match eventually with John Jones?
Yeah, and he's totally
because he wants
shit
to
on.
Die?
Well, he goes, I see the holes in his game, and John himself shit on him, and the MMA community, they already don't like him because he beat Anderson Silva, which made me love him.
Yeah.
But the MMA community as a whole hated him for that. And they view like Chris is lucky because of 2 weird type of, the leg snap, when he checked the Anderson Silva's leg kick, and the lucky left hook. And the same thing happened to Chris that happened to Cain Velasquez. Multiple reconstructive knee surgeries.
Yeah.
He's had 3 or 4. He's slowed down. His chin's depleted. Chris, just retire. You're the nicest guy in the world. Please fucking retire. Because you're just going to keep getting knocked out.
Be a good fight coach.
Yeah, because he knows the game. He's intelligent.
Especially the ground game, yeah.
But I don't know, man.
I saw that. I saw the clip from that where he just got taken. What was it, like a minute and a half in?
Yeah, dude, he was doing really well controlling Dominic Reyes against the cage. He was doing some nice takedowns. He was doing some good work. But the minute they separated, the instant, boom, quick left drops, Chris drops, and then he gets, hammer fist bonked.
Was it a minute and a half in or a minute and a half left in the round?
A minute and a half in.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
time to retire.
Just hang him up, man. It sucks.
I'm a huge fan of Weidman, but it is definitely time to retire.
Well, that was the same card that had the Greg Hardy controversy, right?
Yeah, Greg had Greg Hardy is a guy that just cannot avoid controversy. This dude is just, there's nothing that, I'm convinced because the guy has such bad luck in the cage, the wife beating or whatever they claim happened, she was trying to claw his face up, and he just did what everyone does, is to throw them off of you, and then maybe she hit a table like on the corner perfectly, like the temple to the corner. Because the dude just has the worst luck ever.
What I can't understand though is he took puffs from an inhaler in between rounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
But according to Dana White, the inhaler was approved by the Massachusetts State Board.
Well, that would probably be different than USADA because some of them butyrols, L-butyrol, whatever, can be like a temporary steroid or performance boost or whatever.
Yeah.
But really, it's just keeping them from not dying of an asthma attack. I don't know. Greg's just one of them guys. I think it's just always going to follow him around. He just cannot avoid it.
Yeah, it's sad because he had a pretty good fight because he just barely won that thing. Was it like 29-28?
Yeah, it was close to
2 rounds to
This
one?
guy was a step above of the absolute cans that he's been fighting. But it's probably the way he should. See, the thing is, UFC hired him because of his name because he was in the NFL.
Yeah.
But really, he should have been in like a lower league and get like 10, 12 wins and then move up. Because he does have super fast hands. Because
he does.
Imagine this: an NFL guy that is athletic.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? I never would have imagined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because maybe the age is a bit of a factor. He's not old, but he's 6 or 7 fights into his MMA career.
Yeah.
And he's 31.
Well, when he fights a real wrestler, like a wrestler type, like a true, he's going to be in some trouble. Now, Francis Ngannou is also an older guy.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a lot more fights in, and he's even more athletic. He's like quicker and everything. Kind of makes up for what the lack of experience with just sheer explosion.
I like Ngannou.
Yeah, I know okay, Phil said he started out in the Dana White Contenders Series. Yeah. Matt Mitrione did it, and he had a decent career out of that too. But eventually they get to a point where they fight people that can grind on them, and I don't know.
Kind of like CM Punk. Oh, wait, no, he didn't do shit. Never mind.
CM Punk literally couldn't do it. The best weight class to have no experience is the heavyweights because they're very hackish. They're just big and strong, but they don't have
it's not a very technical division.
Yeah, outside of the top few guys, they're not very technical. Like you got Stipe and Cormier, and Kane's gone now, but you got guys outside of 3 or 4. You're going against guys that just don't have a bunch of technique. The 155 guys and every guy is a great wrestler, great striker, great everything. It's not like that in heavyweights. They just the retard windmill. So that I don't know. I would like to see. I don't know. The part of me that just hates that everyone judges people for shit wants to see Greg Hardy do good and then be like an asshole. Yeah, and if you're a woman, I'll hit you even harder. But I don't know. I just don't see it happening. He's eventually going to be had. He just doesn't have the skill.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we were talking about. When you walked in, we had these raw vegan versus carnivore diet people. I've been obsessed with these videos.
Yeah, you were watching someone I walked in, that Frank Trufano, yeah.
And these guys there's a horrible battle going on YouTube that I never knew existed. It's between the carnivore diet people and the vegan people. And I think both sides of this debate never saw a food pyramid like we did in the 80s.
Yeah.
When we grew up, it was like, well, you need a little bit of grains, lean meat, and what they're doing is they're arguing against the standard American diet, which we all consume, which is killing us.
Absolutely.
What I eat is definitely killing me.
Dying.
But for them to say, you need to, vegans are completely annoying. They're fucking annoying. They're in their religious phase where you're killing animals, you're a heretic. If you speak out against it, you're an asshole. But at the same time, the carnivore people come along, which I eat meat, I don't eat a ton of meat, but I do eat it in my daily diet.
I eat meat constantly.
Yeah. I'm fat mostly because of carbs. I like bread.
Yeah, that's true too.
Bread and chips. That's my shit. That's why I'm a fat fucking pig. It's bread and chips. But the carnivore people also have this thing. Like, I watch their channels, and because it's easy to make fun of the vegans, like never eat meat, and they look malnourished, and everything. They're kind of an easy target. They're really aggressive and off-putting. But the carnivore guys, I was watching some of their videos, and they eat fermented liver.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And fermented and raw meat. And I don't know about that, man. Like, I would lean more towards the carnivore people because the ketogenic diet will rip the fat off you. Mm-hmm. So I would lean towards them in the debate. But I'm not eating. I'll rather die. I'd rather be fat and die than eat fermented liver, dude. I can't eat regular liver, much less fermented fucking 10-month-old liver. Are you fucking kidding me?
I saw one, and I don't know if he was an actual carnivore diet guy or just a guy trying to get, views. This guy killed a deer and was field dressing and stuff and got the heart out and took a big bite out of it in the field of a deer heart.
Well, hunters do that.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
Why, though?
I don't know.
But that's the same
there
thing.
is some health. Eating raw meat, like from the animal, there is health benefits to it, or it's healthy.
Yeah, but it's like gooey and stuff.
Yeah, but I can't get over the goop and the fucking gross.
The afterbirth, and not afterbirth, but you know what I'm talking about, the slime and.
Yeah, I'm not doing it, dude. I would rather. Sorry, man. I'd rather eat a bag of chips than any of that shit.
I saw a guy who posted something, and he had a good point. I don't know if he was a carnivore diet or what, but he said that these vegans, who are very aggressive, they can be, like a gang almost, and he said, they talk about how it's the best diet for you and this and that. If it's the best diet for you, then why do you have to supplement it with supplements? Why do you have to add stuff to your diet? Your diet should be all-encompassing. Should be what you need. You shouldn't have to take the vitamins and the extras and stuff.
Absolutely. If you have to supplement anything, then your diet is lacking.
Exactly.
I take a multivitamin because I'm a fat fucking pig that doesn't get what I need.
Yep.
I'm not eating what I should. If I ate what I should, I wouldn't be doing the fucking Centrum one a day.
Same thing goes for vegans. They're not getting everything they need.
Yeah. Well, there's this guy named, I can't remember. He's a vegan strongman. Oh, but he says, Phil says, Doyle is the only huge vegan. Doyle is the guitar player from the Misfits.
Yeah.
He's like 50 years old and he's still jacked and shit. Yes, he's huge, Phil, but I think Doyle might be on a little something extra that you don't get.
Supplements. And
it's supplementation that you don't get from the doctor, if you know what I mean. Well, maybe certain doctors.
Steroids.
So, but Doyle is jacked, yeah. And I do like Doyle. Doyle is a non-annoying vegan.
Doyle rules. That's old Doyle. Never mind.
Yeah. Or
from Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, yeah.
Never mind. Never mind. I fucked that up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I watched this debate, and these guys go back and forth, and these characters are fucking out of their minds. Both sides of them. Now, the carnivore diet people are less aggressive, and they don't have an issue with you, and they'll talk to you. The vegan people, they're like a cult. They're going to come at you. Yeah. You're murdering animals. You're a fucking vicious killer. The reality is, folks, we had a food pyramid we all grew up with. You need your grains. You need your vitamins. You need all this shit. You need your greens. You need lean meat. You need all of it. We're omnivorous. We're not carnivorous. We're not herbivores. We are omnivorous.
Yep.
We eat both. It's a balanced diet. And the reason people are fucking fat, like me, overeating.
Boredom.
Just overeat. Don't overeat. If you don't want to be fat, don't fucking overeat.
It's really hard not to just eat stuff when you're just sitting there watching television, though.
Absolutely.
It's the boredom in life that makes you fat. So we need to start bungee jumping and shit.
Yeah.
And then we won't be fat anymore.
I don't want to bungee jump because at my weight, I'll snap the fucking cord.
That's true.
Then I'll die.
But I saw one vegan video where this lady compared people who eat meat to
Adolf Hitler. Of course. Yeah. That's the barometer for everything bad.
This guy was like, well, I'm eating the meat. I'm not killing it. She's like, That's just as bad. You're just like the Nazi soldiers just following orders. For real?
Animals aren't people, folks.
I love animals. I love my pets. I love animals in general. I also like eating them. It's the circle of life. Mufasa had it right. That's the way it goes.
If you consume a bunch of vegetables, you're still killing life.
Yeah.
You just don't. It just doesn't have. What do you call it?
It's not anthropomorphic.
What do they call it? Sentient.
Sentience.
I don't think. Come on. A deer is fucking stupid.
Deers are
deer
in
dumb.
Headlights. When you say deer in headlights, you're referring to something dumb, right there. Like, oh, he had like deer in headlights. It's like, yeah, his brain shut down, like a fucking deer.
The only animals that I would feel I feel somewhat bad about eating are pigs because they're really intelligent.
It's true.
But bacon is so good. But a pig is an intelligent animal, and I think it's somewhat smarter than a dog. I think they have a pretty decent intelligence.
They're very intelligent. Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad about that.
For a second,
there was one vegan video where they went to a duck farm to help the ducks, and the ducks did look really cute. Kind of waddling around.
Help the ducks do what?
But
what did they go there to help them do?
At the same time, those ducks were like genetically engineered to be there. They wouldn't even be alive if we didn't eat them. So it's kind of a non-deal, I don't want to eat cute things either, but I don't want to like die. I need to eat.
You've seen Lion King,
yeah.
Before. Mufasa explained it the best. You eat the gazelle to sustain your life, and when you die and you go into the ground, it helps the grass grow and it feeds the gazelle. It's the circle of fucking life. Vegans are dumb. The end.
Truth. Now, I wanted to talk about like ripping on the vegans is easy. That's low-hanging fruit, and that's all they eat is fruit, by the way.
Some vegetables.
Literally and metaphorically, low-hanging fruit.
Balls.
Well, I got to make fun of some of these carnivore guys they're pretty crazy.
Some of them. Oh, God, yeah.
And the one, his name is Severage, but it's SV, but the number 3, Ridge. Severage. Now, this Severage guy, you can look him up on YouTube. Severage is a different level of fucking insane. And not only he does the raw carnivore diet where he eats raw meat, raw liver. We talked about that a minute ago.
Yeah.
But he talked about a time where he was sick. He had the flu or I don't remember what exactly. But Severage was really sick. And he's like, he's Latvian, so he has like an accent that I can't really do. He's like, I was very
that's
sick.
Worse.
Yeah. I was laying there, and I realized that in my sickness, I had a desire for human flesh. This is nature rewards this behavior. He always says that nature rewards this behavior.
Cannibalism?
Cannibalism is not a common practice in nature. Yes, some animals do it, but it's not the standard. It's what happens when there's no food around, or they want to eat the other male's cubs, so the female will mate with them. They're not doing it because they prefer their own. It's not true cannibalism like how people do it.
It's survival or, power play, basically.
Yeah, they want to make the female ovulate so they can fuck them.
Yeah. Just like you do with real women.
Yeah, if I ate every woman's kids in this neighborhood and they would all fuck me, I'd be eating kids. No. But seriously, he was talking about eating human flesh, and then he was talking about the Illuminati. Alex Jones goes on about the pedophile rings and the vampires where they eat babies' blood and all that stuff.
Yeah,
baby flavored Pepsi and all that.
Yeah.
Well, he was talking about from the Illuminati's perspective. Well, they get to live long life, and it helps them. Kind of giving their well, they're not really wrong for wanting to eat human flesh or babies. It's just a thing, It's what you do if you really want to ascend. I don't want to ascend, dude.
Has anybody followed this guy around to make sure he's not actually eating people?
Well, here's the thing. I forgot which episode it was. I talked about Dank Nat.
Yeah,
a guy called Dank Nat. He makes fun of a lot of these crazy people.
Yeah.
And he made fun of Severage and did a whole roast video, like a 45-minute roast of Severage. And he also uncovered that Severed stabbed a classmate in 10th grade in his Latvia in his high school. And there's like a police report. And the name's the same. He's like, I can't say for sure it's him, but the name's the same. Everything matches.
Okay.
Hometown, everything. So Severed's fucking stabbed.
So he allegedly has other mental issues.
Yeah, so Severed, Severed, you're right. Vegans are crazy, but so are you, dude. You're fucking just as crazy as the vegans are, man.
Hey, speaking of vegans and stuff, did you see that burrito at that place in Royal Oak at Ale Mary's?
No.
It's called Burritozilla.
No, I haven't. No.
No, you haven't heard of it?
No.
You might like this. It's a 4-pound burrito that's 1.5 feet long.
Okay. Is it like an eating challenge?
It is a challenge now, yes.
So Randy Santel and all these guys might come to town to try it.
That's a good part of my story. I don't know if they could beat what happened here, though. So it's a 1.5 feet long burrito. Comes with chicken, Spanish rice, white cheddar, guacamole, peppers and onions, Baja sauce, homemade Baja sauce, queso fresco, and pico de gallo. You have 10 minutes to eat it, 4 pounds of burrito. And if you win, you get a free T-shirt. It's a $25 burrito. The record was 8 minutes.
It's pretty good.
Yep, 8.5 minutes actually, 8:36 I think. This guy from Canada came in, from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, who's won a few eating challenges. He came in and he ate it, and you want to guess how long?
So before that, it was 8 minutes?
8 minutes.
So I'm assuming he surmounted that.
He beat it, yeah. He's Canadian.
6.
225.
What?
225.
Wow.
He ate a 4-pound, 1.5 feet long burrito in 2 minutes, 25 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
The people that were watching it said they couldn't believe what they were seeing.
See, the thing was, there was a time in my life, I legitimately think, because how I naturally eat fast, if I had done the stomach stretching and like prepped myself like how they do, where they eat a bunch of grapes and water and stuff to stretch their stomach out, I think I could have been one of the greats. Or I remember we went to that place called Big Boy in it's not our Big Boy like we have in the Midwest. It's a Big Boy
In Ohio, Frisch's?
No.
Oh.
What's the name of that town? It's in Kentucky by my family. And you go in there and it's a little small diner and they have a giant ass double cheeseburger.
Oh no, Dairy Boy.
No, not Dairy Boy.
No, not Smash Burger?
Not a smash burger.
Okay.
I went in this place and I ate it so fast. And I wasn't competing. We'd been in the river all day, like fishing. It's just like, I've never seen anyone eat it like that. You made it look like nothing. 80% of the people that come in and eat it don't even finish it. You finished it in like 3 minutes. And I've had that said to me different times eating big amount of food.
Yeah.
Even when I wasn't 280, 90 pounds or whatever I am now. Like when I was small, I just have a talent for eating really
stuff
fast.
really fast.
So if I had actually trained, I'm not going to do it now at 41 because I don't want to die.
No.
But let's say I was 21 and I saw these YouTube videos of people eating. I think I could have done it. I legitimately think I could have been a top level competitive eater, or at least maybe I could have had a YouTube channel. I might not have been able to be
like a local champion.
Yeah, or like a Matt Stoney and some of these guys do insane shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been on that level, but I could have had a YouTube channel where people would have been like, "Man, that's great!" Like they would have been pretty impressed.
Like a mid-tier, mid-level type.
Exactly.
Yeah. This guy, his name is Joel Hansen. Like I say, he's from Hamilton. And he said that growing up in the harsh Canadian wilderness, if you don't eat it, your polar bear will. Just kidding. I don't know what he meant by that, but here's the irritating thing about this guy. He's a competitive eater, and he goes by the name Model versus Food. I don't know if he thinks he's hot.
So he's like, I'm great looking, and I eat lots of food.
Yeah, that annoyed me. So when I saw him, like, hey, that guy's cool. He ate that fast. And I saw his name. I'm like, no.
So he's like a YouTuber or some kind of social media guy. I mean, with a name like that, he's got something going on.
Yeah, actually, I was going to tell you a couple more of his stats. So he does it to raise money for different charities too. He raised $4,000 for a youth crisis shelter in Toronto by eating 14 pounds of barbecue. 14 pounds. And then he came here, the Coney Island downtown, American. You've heard of American Coney Island?
Yeah.
He, 10-minute challenge again, and he ate 30 Coney dogs in 10 minutes with chili and onions and everything.
That's fucking pretty impressive.
And then he ate 97 pierogi in 10 minutes.
97 pierogies?
Yeah, in 10 minutes at the Sterling Heights Polish Festival.
God almighty. Is it the one on 15 in DeQuinder?
It could be. Well, I think there was actually a festival.
Okay, it wasn't the Polish.
I don't know exactly. Maybe it's at that same location. But no, I think the one at 15 DeQuinder would technically be Troy. Because that side of DeQuinder. Anyways, it wasn't that one. It was somewhere else. But they said we were shocked when someone finished in 8 minutes. And then this guy came in and did it in 2:25. And we didn't believe it at first. We had to double check. I would too. Because to me, I would think somebody's cheating.
Yeah, if they can do that much, that's a fucking ridiculous amount of food.
The funny thing is, the next part of this article talks about El Mary's, not their burritos only, but also their vegan shakes.
Vegan. Now I don't like them, just like that.
I know they have beer and stuff too, but a mac and cheese bun. What? The bun is made of mac and cheese? It's a burger called the Fat Dan, and the bun it's on is made of mac and cheese.
It's a bun of mac and cheese?
It's deep fried, and they make the bun off it. It's an Angus steak burger, bacon, white cheddar, pickled jalapenos.
Yeah, we're so fucking fat here.
Dude, I wasn't even hungry, and now I'm starving after reading this.
Fucking fat mac and cheese. A bun made of mac and cheese.
America, man, you know?
And he has to come from Canada to try.
Hamilton's not that close. That's about an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, isn't it? I've never been there.
It's an hour and a half or 2 hours. Hey, Brian, guess what?
What?
I was trying to...
Good one. That was great.
The worst cry ever.
It never gets old.
See, I thought it was the worst cry ever, but it's called the best cry ever.
I'm sure it's called both. It sounds like he's going to start a blues song.
I like how his son starts by he leads it off by I still love you.
I know, that's the
super dramatic. And it really the cry is him like trying not to laugh, so he does a cry instead of laughing. So you can tell by his face he's doing the I'm about to fucking laugh look at him. I love this. Guys, look it up. I mean, it's obviously 74 million views. You've all seen it, but I implore you to watch it if you haven't. It's called Best Cry Ever. It's a ex-boxer, and his son is just tired of his drug use and bullshit. So he starts out with his son comes in, and it's the intervention, and his son starts crying. So here it is.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart.
First time I saw this, I thought it was a bit.
He's trying not to laugh.
I still love you.
He's trying to laugh.
The sounds are bad, but the facial expressions are...
Like he's like, like scratching his face.
This is terrible.
Somewhere
We're bringing you the newest clips here on
yeah.
Radio.
Have you guys ever seen the ladder fall on? But yeah,
the sword on QVC. That got me.
Yeah. Have you ever seen America's Funniest Home Videos? For the first time, here it is, right here. Yeah.
Hey, I was going to ask you something because this has happened to you before. You had a short Facebook ban, correct?
I did, yes.
So yesterday, and I posted the guy's video to the YouTube or the Radio Underground Facebook page, where the guy who's boxing at the camera and said, "This dude will fuck you up if you don't listen to our show." So that guy's got a whole Facebook page, and it was on someone else's page, and I said, "Hey, you should check out this guy's Facebook page because it's a white trash gold mine." Because he's talking about how he hasn't done any Sudafed or this other stuff. It's like, Sudafed? And it keeps on going. Dollar General and this place in Alabama is the best. It's just nonstop. It was all within 3 days too. Like he posted about 58 times about this Dollar General in 3 days. Anyways, I said it's a white trash gold mine. And I was like, that's good. 5 minutes later, I got a warning from Facebook saying that they were checking my post because it contained hate speech.
What hate speech against
White trash is hate speech.
So you can't even hate not even hate. You can't even speak out against some white trash because it's hate speech now.
So now I just got a warning, and if you accept it, you can either fight it and then make things worse for yourself, or accept it. And I accepted it. But now if I get with anything else, I will get an instant 7-day ban within the next 6 months.
Wow.
For saying white trash. That's hate speech.
Well, at least we're included in it finally.
Yeah.
It took forever. It was always everybody else.
That guy's videos are awesome, though.
Did we have like a police situation going on?
I don't know. I just usually ignore him now. I live so close to the police station, I hear it all the time.
Sounds like something's going on. Maybe someone got shot.
It could be. But another hate speech thing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know
Keep going.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. No, I'm hogging all your time. No, there was in Wisconsin. There was a security guard at a high school in Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin. I don't know if you heard this one. He was tasked with taking an unruly student out of the building, like really unruly. And I still haven't found out if there's a white student or a black student. They didn't say, because the kid's underage. They don't reveal anything about the kid. And the security guard and somebody else were trying to get this kid out of the school. And he kept on calling the security guard the N-word.
Ooh.
He is a black security guard. He kept on calling him the N-word. And he kept on saying to the kid, stop calling me that. Stop calling me that. A dozen times. And finally he said, stop calling me the N-word. But he said the N-word to the kid and then the person who was helping him. He said it out loud. They heard him. And he got fired for it. He told the kid to stop calling him the N-word, and he got fired for it.
He got fired because he told.
Because you're not allowed to say racial slurs. There's a zero.
Well, the kid was calling him it.
There's a zero tolerance policy.
But what about the kid?
I don't know. They won't say anything about the kid.
Oh God.
So he lost his job of 11 years
because he said, "Hey, quit calling me the N-word, kid." Wow.
Yep. It's a zero tolerance. You don't say those words on campus whatsoever.
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to talk about it doesn't see.
He may get his job back. Cher is fighting for him.
I hope so. Public schools teach all the wrong lessons, and the first thing that I learned that was completely wrong, and I thought it was wrong even then, is when a fight breaks out, they teach you that it doesn't matter who started it. Doesn't matter who started it. You're both gone. Like, it absolutely matters who starts it. Yeah. If one guy's sitting there minding his own business, eating his fucking lunch, and the other kid comes up and slaps him, and then a fight breaks out, self-defense kicks in. But they kick both guys out and treat them the same way, even if there's multiple witnesses. Hey, this guy fucking was sitting there and he got hit. Why he just defended himself. It teaches the wrong thing. It fucking matters who starts it. It always matters who starts a fight.
Yep.
Always. I don't know, man.
I agree with you. But this guy, at least, they filed a grievance because he's a member of the union. They filed a grievance. They're going through all the channels. Cher has offered to pay his share, the musician share. Yeah. I don't know why she has a stake in it, but all of a sudden she's like, if you want to sue them, if you lose your job for good and you want to sue them, I'll pay your legal costs.
Cher.
Good job, Cher.
I don't know for whatever she's involved in.
I'm like, is she from Wisconsin? No, she's not from Wisconsin, so I can't figure out what her reason for being involved in. But
virtue signaling.
What?
I guess virtue signaling, like we're doing now.
Oh yeah,
this is so wrong. Join us in defending him. I don't know, but
Wait,
it is wrong.
If we defend him, are we going to get ratings? Because I'll defend him.
I'll defend anyone for ratings.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. I have a question, Brian.
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Obviously the boat benefits. I want a free boat.
Yeah. So this guy here, this is another old bit, but I am
not a homosexual, Phil.
I have to play it. It's a old. I I don't know, 7 or 8 months. It was a big meme, but we got to talk about it.
Okay.
So it's in Uganda. They're a third world country. They haven't caught up to, or they're not doing what we're doing here, where everybody can just be who they want to be. But this guy's pretty cool about it. He gives this transgender person a chance, but he's confused because it's one of the transgender, like, that's a woman but wants to be a man, so female to male.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get it, and he thinks it's just everything in his umbrella is just gay. So this female to male transgender person, he wants to ask the question, why are you gay?
In the studio this morning, one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian Onzim.
Gave out the proper pronouns.
Yeah.
He said, called her Mr. or him, whatever.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
She never said, or he never said he was gay. It's just a transgender. But he's immediately goes, why are you gay?
Because if you're making that change, you're automatically gay, apparently.
Yeah, so
You are gay. You are.
Didn't even ask, just states it.
now finally, you are gay.
It's a statement.
It's so good.
I know that's a meme. I honestly never saw the original video.
This is it.
But what shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're
I
a
am.
gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual.
She's literally never said any of that.
This guy's so confused.
He's like, what's the deal? Are you gay? What are you? Can you?
He's very confused.
It's like if my grandpa came back to life.
Trying to explain stuff
Yeah,
to him.
but he just wasn't being mean. He was just trying to get it. You know, he didn't
Yeah.
understand. So he's like, "You're gay. You're lesbian. You're gay. You're lesbian. You're what?" He keeps like trying to pass it off what this person is. So here we go.
You. Now we're looking at the raging debate. You're a gay rights activist. Why should someone be gay?
Why should what's your pitch? What's the sales pitch?
Sell me on this.
It's why should someone be gay? The boats, man. I've talked about this before.
boats.
You gay, you get a boat. They're hanging out. They're all having a good time. They're partying. There are some upsides to it, but this this transgender person just can't quite get it out because the interviewer he's kind of lost here. He doesn't understand. Why are you gay? Pitch me on it.
You're having a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do you perform the natural obligations?
That means natural obligations. That means cooking and cleaning.
I'm not sexually active right now.
So
Now he's really confused. I'm not sexually active right now.
how are you
By
dealing with
choice.
this lady?
By choice.
By choice.
Yeah. I've just not. I've chosen not to.
I think the dead pause is the funny thing is he's not being evil. He just doesn't get it. Like what?
He's very, very confused. He doesn't get it.
I like the scroll bar here. It's like Scarlett Johansson and all this other stuff. Uganda news.
Doesn't that make you gay?
What do you mean? Doesn't that make me gay?
Doesn't that make me gay?
I am male and attracted to a female.
So who is gay?
So who's gay? That is so great.
Someone in this equation has to be gay. That's the only way it works, according to this guy.
What the transgender person was trying to get across is, I was a female, now I'm a male. I like women, so I'm not gay because I'm a guy that likes chicks. He's like, so who in this equation's gay? I'm trying to get this. Who is it?
I've never seen that clip, so
It's so good. He was literally confused. Like, someone in this equation's gay because I'm putting you in this box. It's so good. Why are you gay? But many people have done tons of videos on that. It's not anything new, but I just thought it was
it's new to me.
I can't get this thing to scroll down. I don't know if Phil or anybody's trying to talk to us or what. Dude, try a yo. Okay,
It's working.
we're at the bottom. I've ruined many socks to his share videos. I'm sure you have, Phil. Sure you have.
Cher's.
If you could turn back time,
Like,
you could reach the sky.
Just like Jesse James.
Yeah. Jeffrey. So I think we're going to do like an hour and a half today. That'll be a good time frame. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take a pee because we're about the halfway point if we were doing an hour and a half. I'm going to play a song. I'm going to kill our mics, and we'll play, I don't know, a couple of our little clips that we got here. So this is Stones Malone's Castlevania video. So that's in audio form for us. So we'll be back.
100,000 hours of
on
old
YouTube.
stuff. I'll go back and watch that.
It's free on YouTube.
The end.
All right.
I hate it.
Don't spill your drink, man.
What kind of sacrilege is this?
You hit it with your hand.
Did it spill?
Almost-
Did it spill?
It almost did.
Almost, but did it?
Some act
but
of God
did it?
did not.
You're right. So I'm the act of God. My alcoholism does not spill a drink.
Yeah,
Good
right.
response.
Don't do it, man. Just don't do it.
Lord Death Shit is a fucking driver.
Yeah.
He drives
Yeah.
for a living. He has so much time on his hands.
Yep.
He can audiobook the shit out of all this.
I listen to other
You
I
YouTube
listen to other
wrestling.
discordant, out of control podcasts like ours. I listen to all people. I just all people. Shut up!
Told you to spill it.
You don't spill the drink.
Spill
eh?
it.
Shut up! I hate everybody spill right on his phone too. Right on his phone. Towels are in here. Towels are in that, or you can take that one. But there's towels in.
Just use your hoodie.
Use your hoodie.
But
All right, we're back.
hi.
Radio Underground, and we had to take a quick break there so I could pee and grab another beer. But we were playing funny YouTube videos that are very old and many people have memed and make fun of. We haven't.
We haven't, and yeah, I like that one, the Ugandan guy. I've seen
Why-
many of the memes, but I didn't
You didn't know the context.
the whole story.
Why are you gay? I was thinking about this earlier. I think I have radioactivity in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Because if I can get a brand new set of bananas or fruit, and if I put them in my kitchen, they could be like perfectly colored yellow, perfectly ripe, and they turn brown like within an hour.
Not an hour. I was gonna say my house too, but not in an hour. Yeah, you might have a problem in there.
It's toxic waste. I'm telling you, Roseville was built on a fucking landfill. Basically, this is a wetlands swamp.
Yep.
Like years ago, and then they filled it in with dirt.
Yeah.
And then they made it a landfill after that, and then they put more dirt on it, and that's where we live. You will hit water if you dig here.
I never heard the landfill thing.
No, we were on a fucking, I don't know, like here specifically or where you live specifically, but there was a lot of landfills here. It's just because this was the outskirts of Detroit, in the 30s or whatever. And I think there's radioactivity. They dumped, even though they didn't have the nukes then, they still somehow put like rotten cores here, fucking nuke the place.
Or even worst case scenario type situation is you have a Craig T. Nelson poltergeist type situation going on.
Indian burial
Ground, yeah.
Oh, I want to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
I
You got so excited. Ooh, Indian burial grounds.
Yeah, I've got something. I can no longer be a racist.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know why?
Yes.
I can't be a racist anymore.
Why?
Even though I have a lot of racial humor, and I've just said that's all it is. It's just humor. Some people think I'm a racist, but the reality is I can't be because I'm not white 100%. I am Native American. My uncle took a DNA test, and I am, by most estimates, at least 20% Native American. So if you make fun of me for being racist, you, sir, are the racist. I'm not a racist. You are.
I agree.
If you don't like me.
With you to a certain extent. Here's my one gripe with your reasoning.
I look like my mom.
Well, you look like your mom, but
so I look like a total white guy. Yeah, I know.
When we were kids, it's like, well, if your mom's from let's say Italy, your mom's from Italy and your dad's from Italy, they're 100% Italian. You then are 100% also because you're from two Italians.
Yeah,
correct. But then you're Italian and you marry somebody who's not. Let's say they're not Italian at all. Okay, then your kid is 50% Italian, correct?
Yes.
It doesn't work that way though. It's not on the genetic level. It doesn't work that way.
No, everything goes to right halves just like that. That's how it works.
Because I told you the story of my wife where her great grandpa and great grandma are both from Sicily, and then that makes her grandpa 100%, correct? Yeah?
In theory, yes.
Then grandma had none, so her dad would be 50. Therefore, my wife should be a quarter. According to the DNA test, she's less than 3% Italian.
That's a low percent.
And she when she tans and stuff, she tans really easily and gets like a golden brown olive toned skin, like they say in the Mediterranean. and everything. She seems Italian, but she's actually percentage wise less Italian than her own sister, who is like blonde hair and.
Now her sister looks like she'd be from Norway.
Now she tans well also, but yeah, you're right. She definitely takes after more of the Polish and German side. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to rain on your parade. I'm not trying to. I don't want to say rain dance.
And trying to rain dance on me. Listen, white man.
I'm sorry.
You do not have the right, whitey.
There's so many jokes like just going through my head. And I'm like, no, don't.
The funny thing is when I was thinking about it, and my dad was telling me about the results, and he's like, I suddenly hate Columbus.
Yeah, that was great.
He's like, because like 2 weeks before, he goes, I'm sick of this shit. Columbus coming here is the most significant human achievement.
And also, I hate Columbus.
And now he hates Columbus. Oh, that's funny. There's my dad, the white nationalist that's not even white.
He's Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah, I told him, "You gonna off yourself now, Dad?" He's like, "Shut up." But he's like me. He just does like the racial humor. It's just funny.
Again, it doesn't matter to me if it's racial as long as it's funny.
Yeah, we're just fucking around. But yeah, I think though. I could very well take it, and genetics are because I look like our mom's people. I could be very low percent native. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't trying to rain on your parade,
rain dance on my parade.
But it's worth doing it. It's like
you weren't trying to scalp me and move me further west or anything.
I'll give you a trail of tears.
Yeah. Are you gonna take me for a walk, Brian?
Oh God. But at Christmas, like this time of year is when they start offering it. You can get the Ancestry.com one for like $49 or $59.
Okay, it's usually $99, right?
Yeah, but they do like Christmas sales. Like, here, DNA for Christmas.
Christmas. Oh, you're trying to convert me to Christianity to tame me, huh? See, here we go again.
Sorry.
It's the whole thing.
I think I'd probably be one of the last people to convert somebody to Christianity.
Yeah, but you would tame me.
Well,
to not make me be a savage. And you would scalp me with the prices. I know what your game is.
Were you planning on putting this on YouTube or
yeah.
We're getting burned? Talk about the N-word? Talk about Native Americans being savages and making fun of their plight?
I can make fun of myself. It's the same thing.
Made fun of the Canadian guy eating a burrito. No, actually.
Canadians don't get offended, man.
No, they don't.
They're pretty chilled out. They have some shit up there, but they're all right. I don't mind Canadians.
Hey, this is a completely different subject. I'm sorry, but before I forget again.
Sure.
You're going to play The Outer Worlds when it comes out at the end of the week?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Because I've decided that even though Borderlands, they have the patches and it's not as bad as I once thought.
Yeah.
I just can't sit down and like fire into it. I know I'm not going to beat it. I'm not going to finish it. I'm not going to beat the game. I'll play it for an hour or two here and there throughout the week, and then I'll move on to Outer Worlds.
That's what I'm waiting for. I preloaded it, so come midnight Thursday night. Yeah.
So those of you who have Game Pass, you don't need to buy it. You just play it, and you're good to go.
That's so cool because that's one I was looking forward to from last year. Well, I don't look forward to a lot of games.
And when I listened to the interview with the developer, and he was talking to what the fuck is that? Unlocked, the Xbox podcast guys.
Yeah,
they're the official. They work for Microsoft, and the way he pitched it, it was so great because they had technically the smallest map of any Obsidian, the smallest map of any Fallout game. It wasn't a huge map, but a lot of people loved Fallout New Vegas.
Yes,
Fallout New Vegas. Obsidian, and it wasn't this gigantic, crazy map where there's shit going on everywhere. But their thing is like we want it to be something that you want to like play through a different playthrough. Okay, I played it this way. Now I want to play it a different. And they kind of have a different viewpoint on it instead of making it this Witcher 3, 100, 200 hour fucking playthrough where you just takes forever. That's not he said that's not a bad thing, and maybe one day we're going to do a big epic like that, but we want condensed map and just craziness.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Chris wants to know, is buying the Nintendo Switch worth it? Yes, it is, Chris.
I don't know. Do you like Nintendo and Super Nintendo?
Yeah, Chris, for you specifically, yes. If you buy the Switch, you get an app that comes with it. If you buy their online service, which is dirt cheap, it's $20 a year.
Yeah, it was nothing.
And the app has all the old games, so you know how people have the NES Classic and all that. You don't need it anymore. You don't have to have that. You have this, and it has all those games on there. And the app loads it updates every so often, and you get another 2-3 games. So it's NES games, and then some Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, I haven't been on it in a while. I just read that they're going to put the SNES games on it.
But I don't know what's on there because I'm a sucker for kids, and I gave it to my nephew, my 4-year-old nephew, and he's playing it.
Oh, good for you.
But
I'm not that big a sucker. I buy it. It's mine.
Yeah.
I don't have any nephews, though.
Phil, yes, I do not. I have little hands, yes. Chris there might have more of a problem than you, because I met you, Phil. You're about 6'2". Chris is about 6'4" and has large hands.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
So
that
so
controller is a problem.
Chris, though, I know you have a good job, good paying job. Get the Nintendo Pro controller.
Absolutely,
Chris. With you and your wife, Chris's wife is taller than we are. She's like, what, 6'1" or something?
I think she's slightly shorter than me, but she's really tall for a woman.
Yeah. So, Chris, you're tall-ass family. You're like Phil, you big Arsenio Hall hand motherfuckers. You're going to need the Pro controller, okay?
Yeah.
I'm fine with me and my little baby hands.
I still have a little problem with it, but it's not bad.
But you tall people, you freaks, yeah, you praying mantises. No, yeah, you need to get the Pro controller. You're definitely going to need it.
Arsenio Hall.
No, Phil has those giant hands. I met him and they like overlapped mine, like big hands.
He looks like Arsenio Hall.
Him.
Burn.
Yeah, kind of doesn't.
No, I know. I've never actually looked at him. I don't know what he looks like.
But yeah, get the Switch, Chris. You'll love it. Your kids will love it. Family games. I loved it. I had a great time with it. But
Mario Kart.
I'm a sucker like for kids. Like I got my nephew. I gave him a lot of my other consoles. That's in the other room there. My 17-year-old nephew, and then Matthew wanted something he could play. He got obsessed with it here. I said, "Here, just take it home." Because in reality, I don't play video games all that much anymore. I worry about the podcast.
And when you do, you're probably on the Xbox.
I'm on it. Yeah, I got my Xbox One X. If I'm playing, I'm on my One X.
I personally haven't played my Switch, and no joke, this is probably the end of July. It's just sitting there. My kids play it every once in a while. My wife will once in a while. Two of the kids we watch sometimes will play it. I don't. It's not worth it.
Yeah, Chris, you and your family get the Switch, but all seriousness, where you are tall people, big hands, get the Pro controller.
Yes,
you're definitely gonna. Even your sons are.
His one son's 6 foot already.
Yeah, your own son's taller than me now. He's got to have that Pro controller.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
it's not even a question. You need to get it because that tiny controller. You know, if it's on the thing that it comes with, where you have both sides of the controller on one.
Yeah, you can get by with that.
But if you're playing 2-player,
yeah. The 2-player thing.
It's tiny.
That's good for like my nephew who's 4. That's great. It's perfect. But when you're an adult or beyond, no. Get the Pro controller, Chris. Absolutely get it. But it's a phenomenal console. It's fantastic. I actually enjoyed it. I loved all the old games. I played it. But again, I'm a big wimp. The kid asked me something. I'm not going to say no.
If you're going to buy new games for it, though, Mario Kart, absolutely.
Mario Kart, get
Super
Mario
Smash
Kart.
Brothers.
Super Smash.
Zelda.
The Zelda game. What the fuck was it called?
Wind of the I don't remember.
Any Zelda game.
The one Link's. No, that's the new one's Link's Awakening.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Yes.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. Mario Kart Odyssey.
Oh, Super Mario Odyssey was really good too. Yeah. I actually liked that a lot.
Mario Kart is great, dude. Even chicks will play Mario Kart. Mario Kart is a panty dropper. Bottom line.
This is no joke. When I stopped playing it because on the Grand Prix circuit, I got gold trophies on every course. I'm like, well, I'm done here. I don't need to play no more.
Yeah, dude. Put it this way. Mario Kart, I was playing it, and I got pretty good at it. And as I've said before, I'm not a good gamer. I'm terrible. But I went online and played Mario Kart, and I would win races.
Really?
Not all the time.
Holy crap.
I would win one out of every... I would play all night. I'd win 3 or 4 in the night. Play a lot of second and thirds. I'm a decent Mario Kart player.
That gives me hope because, at home I'm decent. I was never brave enough to play online.
Well, it's not the precision like as playing a shooter on Xbox or PlayStation.
No.
It's not the same kind of precision. Just everybody's blasting away and you learn the track, stay tight. It's not that bad. Like I can't do shit on Gears or Call of Duty or any of that or I get fucked up. But if I play Mario Kart, there's only so much skill required. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you turn the car and you drop a shell behind you or whatever.
Yeah,
sometimes there's shortcuts if you pay attention.
The first few matches I did terrible, but then I saw that everybody kind of plays the tracks the same way. Pick a track or two that you like, and then keep playing that track. You'll start fucking people up.
Yeah,
it's nothing special.
So, in closing, Chris, get a Switch.
Switch is fucking phenomenal.
Pro controllers,
Switch. I didn't even have it, and I still rolled with it. But I'm not 6'4" either. So
no,
whatever.
No. Hey,
but yeah, I'm getting Outer Wilds. Worlds.
Well, that's funny because there's a game on Game Pass called Outer Wild.
Yeah, and I didn't play that one. Outer Worlds, I'm playing Obsidian.
Outer Worlds.
I want to see what Obsidian has.
I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I would look forward to Gears 5, but besides like 2 games a year, I don't look forward to anything. So,
yeah.
What was the other one? Oh, World War Z is on Game Pass. We talked about that real quick.
I paid $40 for it.
I downloaded it and I tried because you can play offline and just
you use bots to help you.
I don't like that game.
You don't like it,
dude?
Phil has been trying to. Phil bought it, and I got to take some heat here. Phil bought it thinking that I was going to play it. Phil, I'm sorry.
Phil, I have it, and I'm not going to play with you. But I didn't like it. I just didn't like the way it moved. It seemed a little slow. I don't know. I can't explain it. Not the zombies. Zombies are pretty cool, and then they start stacking up. Your character just seems like moves slow. It kind of reminds me when I played Resident Evil 5 and just hated it. And I just didn't like it.
I didn't hate it, but it's one of those things like it seems like it's the type of game like me, you, Phil, everybody, Chris, like say the 4 of us right now.
If I was
it looks like everybody, let's get on, let's do it right now, and you're going to bro it up. It would be great.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not something you're going to sit down on your own and like rock out.
It's not a campaign type. I'm not playing a single player campaign on that game. No, it's not single player no matter what. But,
fuck no, man.
But it was okay. I mean, it looked okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another chance.
One thing, though, that Nintendo, to go back to the Switch thing, that they could do to help themselves is some sort of reward system.
Achievements.
Xbox has the gamer points and the achievements. PlayStation has the trophies. Nintendo doesn't have anything. They got to implement something to be like, hey, you're playing it, and then... Because you want to know, like, some of the achievements I have, only like 2% of people that play the game have had.
Yeah.
So I feel like, okay, I'm in the top 2% that I got this. You got to give... Gamers are all about incentives. So Nintendo does need to implement some sort of achievement system.
I agree. Absolutely. Man, I think I'm going to play my Switch when I get home.
Chris is like, Mario Kart is a must. That's true. Phil, feels a bit budget. True. It's no Destiny. Absolutely. Phil, by the way, you get a minute here while we're talking. Tell me what you think of the new Destiny patch that came out, the new download. I haven't played it. I haven't touched it. Not into the Destiny. I know Phil's a hardcore Destiny player. Phil does all the raids, all of it, gets all the guns, he has all the shit.
I played the first Destiny. I didn't play part 2 at all.
I played 2. I believe the first one I was mid. I played it like a mid-grade player. I played it a good amount. Second one, not entry level, but a little bit above that. But I didn't get into as much the first. And I don't know what this new season or patch is like. I don't know, but it's one of those games that it's who you're with. Not necessarily the game. It's who you're playing it with. And I don't know, Frank and them guys, we had a good time with it, but everything like loses its luster over time.
Yeah, you get sick of it. I mean, at least they're adding more stuff to it, so they hopefully can keep people interested. But hey, while you're waiting for Phil to talk about that patch, I got an update about a story we talked about once before.
Hit it.
Yellowstone.
Oh no!
Did you hear what happened?
No,
nothing. But it's going to happen soon.
I've been hearing that my whole life.
No, it's going to happen anytime now.
Phil's okay because he's west of Yellowstone.
I think.
Phil, are you west of Yellowstone? I don't know. You might be okay.
Or did you just do south?
I don't know. I'm not good on my geography. Phil says it's pretty decent. They made everyone start at 780 power. It's now free to play for the first 2 years.
Wait, is that Yellowstone?
No, I can play Yellowstone right now.
Wow. Well, we'll just save it then. We'll be fine.
Has Yellowstone got an autosave function?
Just reload that checkpoint. That makes it still good.
Yeah, I want to reload the Yellowstone checkpoint. I'm going to be okay. Everything's fine.
So
the new raid is awesome. Great. Phil's been playing with the same raid team forever, and he would jump in with me, Frank, and Tyler and our guys because he's just a fanatic. And he'd be like, "Hey, dude, you guys need help?" So Phil was very helpful over the years. But Phil's got his own crew, and they roll south of He says south of Yellowstone, I'd be fucked. Sorry, Phil. Sorry about that, man. He's in Mormon. I thought you guys were slightly out of harm's way, but if Yellowstone pops off, I think the ash, what does it cover to like Minnesota? We're okay. We might live for a while, but we'd have kind of a nuclear winter effect here in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, prepare. It's going to happen. It's imminent. Eruption is imminent. Imminent.
It's imminent.
I've only had a beer and a half. I can't be drunk.
I've had like 5, and I'm fucking pretty lit.
No.
I haven't ate what I normally. I usually eat like 4 billion calories.
I'm telling you,
now.
You need to take a picture of your mug and compare it to something and put it on the Facebook page. So when you say, I've only had, oh no, you just use the same can. So I guess technically you are only having 5.
It's tall boy. They're tall boys. I've had 5 tall boys, which is what, 7.
I'm thinking you're going in there and pouring draft in your mug. It's like I've had 5, but it's like a 28-ounce mug.
Pretty fucking lit. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well,
my cat Dale keeps climbing. What do you want, Dale? You fat fucking pig.
You gave him a snack already or a treat.
He probably has to shit. He wants to go outside.
So remember last week when the other guys were here and we talked a little bit about China and the Hong Kong situation?
Yeah.
So there was something else about that happened this week with an NBA player. His name is LeBron James.
Yeah.
Did you hear about him?
I've heard about LeBron.
It's a weird name. He's a bitch.
Well, see, the thing is, I mean,
it literally cost him money, and that's the only reason he's complaining about it.
The thing is, LeBron, you fucking punk, you chump. You're going out there and you're promoting and spouting out about oppression. That was the Black Lives Matter thing and all that shit. And then when people who are truly oppressed, and I'm not saying cops don't act stupidly, they do. And I've seen the tapes, like the Eric Garner thing, the guy that was selling cigarettes, they choked his ass out and killed him.
Yeah.
That was fucking wrong. Absolutely wrong. And I've seen some suspect things about the cops. But when you're talking about China, you're talking about state-sanctioned fucking violence against people.
True oppression.
Legit oppression, not the rogue cop that's a fucking dick that beats you for no reason or didn't like your skin color or whatever. You're talking about actual state fucking sanctioned murder and death. And you ain't got shit to say about it, dude.
No, he did. He said that the guy who did say something about it should just shut his mouth. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. See, when it affects your pocketbook, see, that's the thing. Everybody, let's cut the fucking shit. Certain people, mainly white folks from cities and suburbs, if you pressure them about racism stuff, they're just giving to you. So there's no negative like harm or backlash that's going to come towards you. So you can say, hey, you all are you're mistreating us, you're bad. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're so horrible. Oh, LeBron was sorry. And they get on Facebook and they feel bad. But when you're dealing with here's the thing. I'll give him a little bit of credit. Some of the stuff he said while he was over there. To defend him somewhat and not just totally bury him. If I'm there in China and they're like, what do you think of China? I'm going to be like, that ain't bad. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because you're there.
Yeah.
If you say anything bad, you're fucked.
So you got to watch your ass. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I could get it to an extent, but LeBron is a kid from Cleveland, and through it all, I don't hate LeBron. I don't want anything bad to happen to LeBron. Here's the guy I have.
Kobe's better.
Yeah. Here's the guy I have a problem with. You want to talk about who I'm fucking mad at? LeBron, if LeBron came here right now, I would sit him down and have a beer with LeBron, and we'd laugh. And I would not fucking say a bad thing to LeBron. We'd hash it out like men. But Steve Kerr, your fucking ass, fuck you, dude. Fuck Steve Kerr. Because what that guy said was fucking way stupider. Way stupider. What Steve Kerr said, Steve Kerr, fuck you, man. Steve Kerr said, he was talking about, like, he was asked similar questions. What do you think about the Hong Kong? And he's like, well, we have human rights abuses in America. And
Compared the two, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like comparing the two. And then he said, you can buy a gun at Walmart.
What does that have to do with China?
Does buying a gun at Walmart have to do with state-sanctioned murder and camps and oppression? They have literal death camps. Now, you can be against our Second Amendment or whatever. That's a different debate. We ain't going to have it here. I don't want to have it. But you're comparing, like, at least that is an individual right. You can buy a fucking gun.
Yeah.
But it's not state-sanctioned violence. That's it. So you're saying my individual right to buy a gun at Walmart is just as bad as 3 or 4 million Uyghurs, I don't know how to say their name, that are put in camps right now because they're religious. They're Muslims, I think.
I honestly don't know how to say their name either.
Yeah, it's state-sanctioned fucking, like, you can. It's literal oppression. But because I can buy a fucking gun at Walmart, I'm just as bad as China. Shut up, man. Now, it's his choice. It's his choice of, like, maybe if he had said something like, we went into Iraq and killed 500,000 Iraqis. Something like that would make sense. Because that war was heavy loss of life. I get it. Then that was state sanctioned on our part or whatever. But no, he brings up our individual right to buy a firearm.
Yeah.
Whether you're for it or against it, that's an individual choice versus a state issue, which would be like maybe our invasions and our involvements in foreign entanglements, whether are questionable. Maybe, Steve, think about what you should have compared a little bit, bro. You fucking idiot.
It's like the literal term oranges to apples. There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, or maybe he could even have brought up, like, okay, your players on your team are black. Brought up Jim Crow or something. But you brought up people buying guns at Walmart.
What have I caused?
Fucking idiot.
I'm making Mike really angry.
I'm just saying,
all I wanted to say was LeBron is a bitch. That's all.
My point is,
I get it.
Kerr could have. There's things that the USA has done wrong that were state-run, that he could have brought up that would have been legit, but he didn't do that. He brought up, like, oh, you can buy a gun at Walmart. Oh, okay. So my fucking Mossberg that's in my bedroom there that I don't even load. Yeah, I'm like China. I shut up.
You're the equivalent.
Like, shut up, Steve.
Of China.
Fucking idiot.
I thought it was funny how as soon as that guy said something, which he didn't say anything bad, He'd basically just said, hey, I support these people and what they're doing. Wasn't a bad thing. And then literally it was Harden and I can't think of the other guy's name.
LeBron.
LeBron was later on though. They all of a sudden they all just completely backed off of everything. They're like, man, we hate this. People are being mistreated all over the place. Like, well, China, it's not that bad. They totally just completely bitched out.
See, here's the thing: why you shouldn't. I guess it's to the point, like we talked about how Johnny Carson said years ago. As an entertainer, I feel it's not my place to give my political opinion.
Yeah, you can have your political opinion.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean you need to
give it
all the. If someone asks you, I guess cool, but it shouldn't be the reason you go on social media is just to talk about your political stance.
But the thing is, I notice a trend now. Like me and my sister were talking about this. So like really young celebrities, like 19, 20, they don't post on social media because they know now. Like, oh, woo.
Yeah.
They're like, so if you're a young person and you have strong opinions, the social media just do the cat videos and the just cutesy stuff because man, it's not worth it. We all can't know everything. We can't know everything. I'm 41. My life's already over. I'll be dead in a few years, so I can give my opinions. But you young people, be smart because what you say now, it might be cool now and popular, but in 5 years, it could be totally heretic speak.
Yep.
So just fucking be careful.
You could say something that's completely true today, and in 5 years, it's nope, that's not true. You're a racist.
And fuck you, Steve Kerr.
So you said social media, and it made me think of. Have you ever heard of Reddit?
Yeah, I've heard of Reddit.
I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Morgan, who is a friend of the show and a sometimes contributor, our Morgan. Somehow, and you've seen the stuff that's on Reddit. It's not the purest, most innocent stuff in the world. Somehow, our Morgan got banned not just from a subreddit or a group. I don't even know what to call it. He got banned from Reddit. Like, he is not on Reddit anymore for the stuff that he was posting. How is that possible? Have you seen the stuff on Reddit? Any of you? It's not. You can post. It's not. I mean, it's not 4chan, obviously, but you can get away with a lot of stuff on Reddit. Correct?
Well, they have like flat out pornography and gore videos.
Somehow he got banned.
I think it was the Demi Lovato stuff, wasn't it?
He posted leaked photos of Demi Lovato, which weren't fake; they were just leaked, and he got banned first from the subreddit, and then also Reddit itself. He's no longer allowed on it.
Well, the thing is, man, like I've seen Reddit at the 4chan people. Like Reddit is like the harsh version of like I don't know how to explain it. The 4chan people think the Reddit people are like bitches.
Yes.
Okay. And they had a 4chan versus Reddit gaming tournaments because they hate each other.
Do they really? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if they have them anymore, but back like when I lurked on 4chan and they really hated each other and because they view like Reddit people as like non-anonymous, so they're like a little bit bitchier and a little more studio gangster, I guess.
I got you.
But anyway, Morgan got banned.
He literally got banned. He is not allowed to go on Reddit. And it even said in the he shared it with us, and it said if he tries to use basically it said if he tries to use a fake account and to try to do stuff on there and stuff, they know who he is and they'll
because of his IP.
Yeah, they'll be able to.
Morgan, just get a fucking bouncing or a VPN or something.
Yeah, man,
they won't be able to track you at all.
Coming to the 20th century.
But they, I don't know, that it's just funny to me, like, what gets you banned. Like, they kicked Alex Jones off Twitter, and regardless of what your opinion of him is, Twitter has, like, porn stars on there, and they put, like, clips of their throat fucking and facial abuse.
Yeah.
Our butt sharpies. I don't know if I want to see that Phil. I don't want to see
No,
it.
I'm good.
But the Delray Misfits, you know how like they're one of my favorite podcasts there is. The Delray Misfits, their Reddit got removed.
Did it really?
Because they do Order 66, which is you go after somebody. And there's an Order 66 on somebody that fucked with one of them.
Isn't that a Star Wars thing?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Because one of the guys is kind of autistic, and he's obsessed. His name's Jason Genova, and he's obsessed with Star Wars. So
Okay.
when he calls for an Order 66, like all the piss troopers, which are like stormtroopers, they go out and raid, find real information. The problem with the Delray Misfits, once you go on there, like it could be any girl. They have like random girls come on their podcast, and later that afternoon they'll find out that all the porn she's been in, and even if it was like anonymous, like she didn't want no one to know, they find out who everybody is like immediately. Like the most intuitive fans.
I was going to tell you just a small, quick warning. Don't actually go to butt sharpies.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, I should have known because Phil suggested it, but I went just in the
butt sharpies.
Don't do it. It's literally what it sounds like, and mostly it's there's also a lot of dongs, so don't go to it.
Color me shocked.
I know, I was surprised. Although there's nothing going into the dong, it's just sharpies and butts. So I was a little
I'm trying
surprised.
to think of the ones that I used to go to. I don't really.
Wasn't it girls humping things?
Yeah, girls humping things. So it'd be pillows, stuffed animals,
Yep.
like counters, whatever they could. And to me, it was like better.
Xboxes.
Yeah, it was like better than porn because it wasn't as graphic, but it was still hot.
Yeah.
And then it got like, it's like anything. It progressively got weirder. I was like, all right, now you're humping. Oh, all right, whatever.
There's another one I've heard of. I've never looked at.
Girls humping things is worth a check out, though. I'm not gonna say.
I'm married, so I don't look at that stuff. But one that I've heard of from a friend, you don't know him, is bigger than you thought, or something like that. So basically, girls that look like their boobs aren't big, and then they'll reveal them, and they're way bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've never seen it though. That's not something I would look at.
No, I won't check that out.
No, I'm sure you won't.
Put that in the chat here, if you wouldn't mind. No. Another one was boob reveal.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And girls fucking Radio Underground is another one.
That's one that hopefully will get started.
Yeah.
Not for me, for other people.
Yeah. The funny one is I can't remember what it was called. Are No Sleep, where people tell like ghost stories.
Oh yeah.
And I'm reading this stuff, and at first, like, I didn't know that it was kayfabe, it's a story, like, they're going into character. And then the people that are responding are also, like, they tell a ghost story, and then the people who are responding are playing along. It's like, why didn't you call the police?
Oh, okay.
And it's like, you tell a ghost story about, like, torture and someone, a torture dungeon being in a basement, and there's all these horrific atrocities going on. Then a person will respond like, well, why weren't the police called? What are you going to do? What's your next step? And it's like a whole like role-playing fake.
It's like a 1940s overacting movie.
And I was like, oh man, you guys are fucking nerds. You're a bigger nerd than I am.
That's pretty bad because we're nerds and you just beat us.
Phil is No Sleep is awesome. I knew you liked that shit, Phil, you fucking dork.
He's a nerd.
Phil's
such a nerd.
You're a dork.
Hey, remember last week we had Jay here?
Mm-hmm.
Jay's a good guy. I don't know if this is just a younger person thing or a white person thing. I'm sure there's also black people that do it too. But what is Jay is running a marathon tomorrow, half marathon.
Yeah,
the Detroit Free Press. He's just doing a half. I think he's doing U.S. only, so he's not going across the bridge or anything. But he's doing the marathon, and it got me thinking about people doing marathons and why do they do them? Because they're dumb. Do you know? Would you ever do a marathon?
No, Absolutely not.
And they have
Absolutely.
marathons and like half marathons and fun runs.
So you can do the 13.2 and put it on your car.
What the fuck? What is a fun run? The fun.
I think
What's fun about running?
Nothing. Now, I did run till about 10 years ago.
Did you enjoy it? Or did you just do it to be in better shape?
I did it to be in better. You do feel better when you're doing it, but I only did like 3 to 4 miles. I didn't do no long because after a certain point, there's no health benefits. It's actually lactic acid, and it hurts you.
And I just want to throw this out there. Hey, Jay, I'm not making fun of you, man. You do it. More power to you. You got this, man. But they're dumb.
Phil says his buddy did a 100-mile run a few weeks ago. Yeah, I don't know if 100-mile is a fun run, but a fun run is longer than a marathon. I know that for a fact.
No. They have the little 5K fun runs, which is like 3.2 miles or something.
8,000 elevation change. Fuck that, dude. No
What?
way.
Oh, they're in the mountains, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to in thin air? Nah.
No, we had a couple people that we know, Curtis and his wife Sarah, and they did one of those color runs. It's just a 5K, 3.2 miles, but it's a fun run. And I'm like, I don't care how short it is. It's not fun. You're crazy.
I would do. I think the longest I ever did in one thing was, I think, about 7 miles.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it wasn't a contest. I just did it, and I don't know, man.
That sounds like a hell of a good time.
Yeah, at a certain point, your knees are hurting. You're not really doing anything for yourself. There's no health benefit. You're just doing it to prove you can do it. I don't know.
And that's why I'm not shitting on Jay for doing it, because his woman, Janine, has rheumatoid arthritis. And she's kind of like working through it, and she's trying to show that she can still do it and stuff, and that's great. You're trying to prove something, and you obviously, this is something you can do and you enjoy.
Here's a bigger than you thought thing.
See?
Set by Phil.
So that's great. And
wow.
Jay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about.
Well done, Phil. Well done. Let's do this again.
And Jay is just supporting her in her running, and so he does it with her too. So that's great too. But are you really having fun?
I don't know.
Those
Look
boobs.
at them tits.
That's what I'm saying. That's what that whole thing is about.
That is a great bigger than them nipples are gross though. I hate
They're
them.
weird.
I hate them fucking prodding giant.
Your pencil erasers.
No, it looks like
there's bigger than that.
It looks like the fucking terminals on a car battery. Them nipples aren't good. That is not good nipples. But the tits are perfect.
That looks like cartoon boob nipples.
So this chick we're looking at, she has a pink. She looks flat chested from this angle, and then she's slowly zipping it down. Huge D-tits. Huge D-tits. But those nipples look like on a terminal from a car battery. I don't like that.
No, once you get to those nips, I'm out.
You gotta. Okay, what's this? Is this going to be a dick reveal? I guarantee it.
I don't know. There's long hair. No, that's a chick, dude.
Let's see. Whoa,
that's what I'm talking about.
That's a good one,
dude. That's what makes it one of the best channels.
That's a good one, Phil. I like her. The second one I like. The first one, she had nice tits, but those giant terminal car battery nipples, nah, man.
There's only a few members in that subreddit.
Yeah, like I'd turn them down. Those, your nipples, lady. Like she totally wouldn't be like, yeah, your little dick, buddy. Like it would be we'd be in an argument there. We'd have an issue. But yeah, because I'm so perfect. Just me. She's the problem, not me, Brian. Her.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Bigger Than You Thought on Reddit right now.
Bigger Than You Thought is a phenomenal thread.
It's
phenomenal.
There's not enough members in here. It's only 689,000 members.
Give me one more, Phil, before we go off. I want one more Bigger Than We Thought.
Hey, we're not objectifying women either, just so you know.
Yeah, they totally objectify us.
I get objectified all the time.
When women look at me, they're like, they look at me as a, what are you looking at? Another one?
Yeah, it was a different one.
Phil, give me one more. We'll look at it. By the way, guys, we are a podcast, but we live stream, so we got our listeners sending us stuff. And it may not be the best audio, but it's fun for us. Here's another one.
I just sent you one.
Oh, you sent one on the.
Oh, I didn't know how to send. I'm not on the app.
No, well, Phil, I have a. This is fine though. I'll look at it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'll just go to Facebook. Simple. He's doing it through because we have Apple.
Oh, so he's doing it that
So
way.
it just goes right through my screen, like
Gotcha.
seamlessly. Bigger than you thought. Let's see. Let's see Brian's.
I actually sent it to both, the Radio Underground group and then us, me and you.
Bigger than this belongs here.
Oh,
I gotta do all this shit.
never mind. I'll figure out a different way to send it to you.
No, don't worry about it. It's not your fault that I. It would be fine if I hadn't. Okay, here we go. We got a girl. She looks like she's in a closet somewhere, and she's got. Is it kind of like? I don't know what kind of pants those are, but she looks. Marty like it.
Like bell
There's
bottoms.
audio too.
Oh. Yeah, those are bigger than I thought they were.
They're bigger than I thought, but not big. I like her. She's in Scrubs. Is that Scrubs?
Oh, it is like Scrubs. Yeah.
I like her. Boom. Tits.
I think we just lost the woman audience.
Yeah, none of them that we had before. Wait, he sent me another one. God damn it.
Those tits with your
It's got some audio to it.
talking about, right?
It's fine.
Tits.
Yeah.
That sounds fake. That sounds like she's an actress.
Probably
It's like,
porn.
yeah.
Why can't I scroll up? I don't understand why I can't scroll up.
Oh, I think there's another one with that same scrub girl. Further down on my list. Anyways,
can
I mean,
they-
not that I'm looking at him, hon. Don't even worry.
Yeah. Here we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's from a porn.
It looks like Meghan Markle, the Queen of
It does.
and the Duchess of
What
England.
everyone's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
They are bigger than I thought, though.
bigger than I thought. All right, what's this girl doing? All right, this is way over the top, but I'm going to play it. Okay, so there's like
it's a machine.
There's like a 40-inch dick going on a girl's ass.
Well,
Look at that dick. That's like an arm. That's bigger than her fucking leg. It's not a real dick. It's a machine that's got a dick. All right, guys, we got to end this show.
They went off the rails a little bit at the end here.
Hey,
It's
whatever.
awesome.
We got to reveal
awesome.
what we really are to the world.
I think most of our friends already knew, but
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We are Radio Underground. Check us out on all podcast formats. Radio Underground at MSN.com to contact us directly. Radio Underground. Sometimes we got a show on it. There are no imposters, so look for Radio Underground show.
you'll see our faces.
But we are out of here. Thank you so much for listening. And we're just going to drink a few beers and share some bigger than we thought reveal videos, I guess. Is what we're going to do tonight.
Peace.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground.